Today we're gonna take a look at canons and what they say about it, what historians say, what canon can do, and I'm gonna show you that again it's another lie. This is my old cat. She always thinks that I'm speaking to her. It's okay. So I'll start by showing you some pictures of what they showed us and what they want us to believe canons can do. And then I'm gonna show you some videos of people shooting real cannons, and you're gonna see. So this is some of the biggest cannons that exists from India. Look at the size of these cannonballs. How can you put them in there? And how much powder does it take to fire one of these, you know? This is what you need to think about. Now they showed us these war photos with all these cannonballs. Again, this type of cannon shooting out of forts. You know, they show us, look, how come this cannon is like in the ground? This is mortar, and they stop it. They tell us that this is the kind of damage that cannons can do. See, lots of cannonballs everywhere. These type of things there. Then I'll show you later. This is the damage they say that cannons can do. Cannons on ships, shooting from ships to those forts, destroying forts. This is what they say. Look at this big cannon. Look at the lever for the kickback. I'll show you. Again, but these are different. These are artilleries. This is not the same thing as cannon. You see? What I'm talking about here is only cannonballs with black powder, like this, shooting from forts to attack ships, and from ships with mortars to attack forts, you know, like this. Look, they're just laying around. Execution by, look, this, they just placed the cannon there to show you, yeah, we shot cannons from these forts. Just pile, like mortars, cannons just piled everywhere, cannonballs, posing with the cannon. Look, oh, there's one keg of powder. Always one. You only need one. These type of cannon boulders shot, grape shot. They say they shoot to destroy cities. This is what probably they did. But when I'm gonna show you how they shoot these things, you're gonna rethink what you knew about cannons. Again, just posing with cannons laying around. Look, just wheels. I think they just found these things. They don't know how to use it. Look at this. Do you see this cannonball? Probably needs just to fit right out there. 2 kegs of powder. Cannons shooting straight to the wall. Where's the openings? I don't know. Again, just posing. This is a modern reproduction. Again, look, these cannons on these forts. And look, another cannon on a fort. Trying to shoot thing. I'm gonna tell you that this cannon ain't the range that it got. Probably just will fall off in the water here. And this is what they tell us, that they shot boats from these forts with these type of cannons. Yeah, that's what we learn from history. You see Indians shooting because they were with the French in the story. Again, cannon shooting at these forts or these boats. It's impossible. I'm gonna show you. Again, they just put these thing there, probably just to look at these motors. Just to tell you that that's what they did. Because what I'm gonna show you, it's probably not. Again, it's always depictions, drawings, shooting. Just seeing, look, the small cannons busting up big ships. Again, just showing this is modern reproduction. They shoot fake cannons. It's just some fire, some smoke show. That's what they do today to show you how cannon works. These types of cannons in India, I don't think that they were really shooting cannonballs like they say. Probably just some shock waves that they did. Look, this is how you need to prep a cannon. You need to put some powder first, packed it just like a musket. Pack the powder, put the cannonball, put some hay, or in a musket you put some cloth around the ball to have no pockets of air. They would probably just pack some hay on top like you're gonna show in the video. It's on wheels. That's the dumbest thing ever too, because when this gonna shoot, don't be around the back because it's gonna hit you, you know. So each time you gotta fire this cannon, you need to put some powder, pack it, put the cannonball, push it at the end, and then pack some hay on top so no air can escape. And that's what you gotta do every time you shoot it. That's a little problem when you're on a ship. I'm gonna show you again. This is a colorized one with these type of cannonballs that I don't even know what they are. Some kind of great shot. It's like a shotgun or something. And then these type of things are called mortars. And this they say that they were packed full of black powder, and then they shoot this from this. I don't know where they put the powder in there, and they shoot over and hit either forts or ships, doesn't matter. And this is a no cannon somebody found on a fort. But the interesting thing here is that look inside. What were they shooting? This doesn't look like they were shooting cannonballs. See, this is the same cannon that's inside. These are all artilleries. They say cannon, but it's actually an artillery. And artillery is the bullet have the powder in it. That's a different type of, again, cannon, probably more accurate, but what I'm gonna show you doesn't do much damage, especially to a brick wall. Again, depiction, these are just modern artilleries. These type of things can do real damage. Again, some artillery. And back to some cannons, just stacked on side of forts. Look, yeah, we use this. Again, just a prop on wheels. If you shoot this thing and it's not attached, it's gonna roll off. These are just props. Yeah, gonna shoot to the city. Props again. Real artillery. This type of mortar. Who puts these balls in? It's incredible weight. Even the mortar weighs a lot. No, again, just stacking things up. What are those things? We just stacking up small mortars, some type of artillery shell. Again, destroyed mortar. Probably tried to fire one and it got destroyed right away. Look, they say they're gonna shoot up there through this wall and hit other things on the other side. What I'm gonna show you with the video gonna be a big surprise. Just put a cannon in a graveyard. Artillery, modern Indian cannon, just laying around. Just laying around is just crazy. Again, what type of balls? Small mortar, probably just to mix concrete. That's what we call today mortar. Again, just showing off. These are giant cannons, probably not even cannons. Looks more like artillery shells shooting from these. Again, a mortar, but look, it's all destroyed. It's all sideways, just to show people. Cannon destroyed. Probably they tried to shoot this thing and it got destroyed on its own because they don't know what they're doing. And see this? This probably is the side. You stick that against a wall and you shoot it, probably punch a wall, but the cannonball, you will see, doesn't do much. They probably just have it around. They think they shoot something off there, but it's probably just to move this piece of metal to hit some wall and break the wall. Because I'm going to show you in that video that cannonball barely makes a dent in an aluminium how do you call it, trailer park house. You see, look at these mortars. These were intricate, you know. Really nice. I think this is what they hit with, not the cannonball. It's probably a recoil action type. Again, you see they did this pick, but I've never seen it in action. You see, like they say they shoot something there. It doesn't look like it shoots a cannonball. It's probably just shock waves. Another version of mortar. Some guys waiting to shoot these cannon. One trying to shoot, I don't know what this is. I don't know how much powder he got in there. I'm gonna tell you, in that video the guy puts like 5 pounds of powder and didn't do much. Again, you put the cannonball out. Where do you put the powder in these things? See, again, and I'm gonna look at this video, probably pause and
Before the Civil War, the Napoleon 1857 was considered the best piece of smoothbore light artillery on the battlefield. The 1857 fired 12-pound shots. It was utterly devastating at close range.
yeah, he said it, close range.
I'm gonna fire live ammo from one of the deadliest weapons of the Civil War.
Okay, we've got some targets set up out here, at a couple hundred yards.
This is awesome.
And we're going to teach you how to load this thing, sight it, and fire it, and see if you're good enough to hit any of those.
This is the big question.
It's not the most accurate cannon in the world. It is a smoothbore. Ready to do this?
12-pounders, buddy. I'm totally stoked to do this. I've only ever fired blanks, so this would be my first time firing live ammunition. And
See,
if you don't know what you're doing, this can be extremely dangerous.
Okay, this is a modified pendulum Haas sight, and so what you want to do is you want to put the point of the front sight center in this on your target.
Okay, I straddle this. You imagine doing this in theater? Under fire, my word. Okay, we're loaded, we're sighted. Now this.
Now the fuse.
Fire in the hole!
Takes a long time.
That was awesome. I missed my first attempt, but firing this Napoleon is intense. The anticipation
it's already
of the wick, because you never know, when it's going to
It's
go.
horrible. It's horrible.
And you're waiting, and then all of a sudden, boom! Oh my God. Okay, can we do it again?
Oh, you bet.
All right, let's do it.
And you say you can hit armies and boats and destroy walls.
that. Little bit muzzle right, and I think we're good to
We'll
go.
have it.
But
Fire in the hole!
oh, destroy your metal cannon.
Center punch
deal.
that one.
Damn deal. It's still leaking.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so we've hit it. We've made.
They hit it about 20 times. I don't know how much they shot, but as you can see, it's not that accurate and doesn't do really much damage. And you say to me that you can destroy the castle with Probably not. And take another one.
How effective were the cannons of the early modern era? Stephen Bull wants to find out. A model has been recreated based on historical examples.
So this is our magnificent reproduction of a naval gun from the middle of the 17th century. And unlike most reproductions of cannons, this thing can really fire the solid round shot of about 9 pounds. And we're about to find out what this could do to a ship of the period.
The target is the ship's structure, just over 100 yards away.
100 yards again, just 100 yards.
Our 9-pound cannonball is ready to fire, using 3 pounds of gunpowder. Our 9-pound cannonball is ready to fire, using 3 pounds of gunpowder.
So the gun has recoiled all the way back from the gun port, and if you look at the gun port, it's actually damaged the gun port. And even from this distance, I can see a hole in the lower right-hand portion of the target. I think we've got to go and give that a closer look. So the first shot is clearly a hit, clean through the target. So one shot may not sink a ship, but you can see it's gone clean through the wood. But even if the ball doesn't damage the crew, then there's going to be plenty of these. Wood splinters flying around inside the vessel, and these can cause horrible injuries.
So you see that they do not really damage ships, they just punch holes, and it's wood. So you telling me again that these cannon can do damage like this to bricks? It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. And then the mortars. These are the big guns. These are the types of things that can destroy castles and forts.
Let me explain what just happened.
No. It's all bullshit again.
England's castles and telling some country, and this year they're celebrating England's castles and telling some of their stories. And some of those stories are a bit explosive. John, what have we got here?
Well, this is a working replica of an English Civil War mortar known as Roaring Meg. The original was built in 1646, and unlike a cannon, which shoots level, this is designed to lob cannonballs over the walls of castles, and then they would explode inside, doing as much damage as possible.
So we are actually going to blow something up.
That's the plan, yes. We're going to load this with powder, we're going to shoot a cannonball out of it, and hopefully do some damage.
So cannonball fires, cannonball lands, cannonball blows up and does damage from inside.
That's the general plan.
How much gunpowder are we using here?
Okay, so we would normally use 4 pounds of powder in a hollow cannonball, and then we'd use another 3.5 pounds of powder in the breech to launch the cannonball from the mortar.
And how accurate is this thing? Can you hit a target with this?
They're not designed necessarily for hitting specific items, but we're going to give it a very good shot.
We did think about firing this at a real castle, but that's not a good idea. So instead, we're going to use the British standard for destruction on camera. Full disclosure, leaning into a cannon to light the fuse on a cannonball just before it's going to blow is a little too risky for the 21st century. So we're going to fire a regular cannonball, and after it lands and crashes in, our pyro team is going to replace it with charges and blow those up. But to you, it will look seamless through the magic of editing. You ready? All right, you load. I'm going to retire to a safe distance.
Roaring Meg was an absolute monster. We're here at Goodrich Castle to see the damage she did in the summer of 1646 during the Civil War. Unable to break the castle with conventional cannon, Colonel Birch caused the blacksmith of Goodrich, nearby in the village, to cast in iron in his forge a new big mortar, and that's Roaring Meg. Roaring Meg could fire explosive shells. We think they weighed as much as 200 pounds, and basically they were bombs. They were full of gunpowder, they were spheres of iron with a lighted fuse inside, and the fuse was timed in such a way that the charge should go off as near as possible at the point when the shell hits its target. Just imagine, there you are, you can see this thing being set up and you hear the ominous sound of a whomp as the charge goes off and the shell is on its way towards you. Then it must have been an unbearable silence waiting for it to hit, followed by a deafening, absolutely horrific. What we see now. Scraps that survive you can see,
damage.
when you look at the damage that a shell did to the castle behind me built of stone, imagining a castle behind me built of stone, revealing the rough rubble of the core behind it. When you look at the damage that a shell did to the castle behind me built of stone, imagining that transferred to something flimsy like a caravan, I can only imagine.
That was the plan. Fire a cannonball, hit the caravan, blow up the caravan. And full disclosure, we were just firing a regular cannonball. We were going to tell you that, and then after it landed and smashed the caravan in, we were going to go in, replace it with a mortar charge, and blow it up. So yeah, we'd simulate a little, but it's all above board. Provided we could hit the caravan. The reason it's difficult is because this isn't a cannon we're firing, it's a mortar. It's not designed to go through a thing, it's designed to go over a castle wall and hit somewhere inside a courtyard. Trying to hit what is actually a pretty small target is really difficult. But we did keep hitting the same target, it just wasn't the caravan. At one point, we hit basically within 12 inches 5 times in a row. So we moved the caravan to that position.
Oh my, how can you hit the fucking boat? It's impossible.
Yeah, that didn't work either. We had 1 shot left. After that, we were out of black powder. We had to hit it with this one.
The whole thing.
We figured that was close enough, and we still had the mortar charge, so we figured for your entertainment and for ours, we'd blow up the caravan anyway. If you want to know more about English heritage or about their castles, click the link on screen or in the description.
So, I don't know how these things can destroy brick structure and castles from these forts, you know, these like this, shooting at what can they hit? They cannot hit anything. It's just, if you do, it's luck. You see, what are they shooting at? Nothing. They can't hit shit. They can't hit a boat. They can't hit nothing. That's why I say that these cannons are not what they say they are made for. Look, they're probably just shooting stuff, but this one is not. So this again, it's just a stage photo like this. Where are the powder kegs? So you need about 4 pounds of powder in each. You need at least 5 kegs, a stack of kegs somewhere. Then you need to put powder in these hollow balls to fill them up. Where are these kegs? Oh, here there's one, but they're shooting these type of things. That's why for me it never made sense. These cannons shooting ships, destroying ships, shooting mortars to destroy castles, all this, and all of them that we saw were in stories, fantasy stories again. So again, history has lied to us, because these type of things are not what they say they are. So thanks everyone, this was my Canon video. Hope you like it, hope you question your history, and I will see you on the next one.